Hello, my fellow Pokemon trainers.
Now tell me, are you a boy or a girl? Wait, it
I don't know.
doesn't
Let me
matter
check.
because you only have like 3 clothing options for your avatar anyway. Today we're talking about
Oh,
Pokemon Go. That's our
what?
intro. Deal with it.
Okay. Okay. I don't. Wait. I still don't know if I'm a boy or a girl.
Hold on, let me. I don't know.
Uh.
There's
Okay.
such
Looks
are the
about right.
mysteries of life.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Anyways. Hello,
Man,
people. We have not been here in a while because life is a thing.
it's called summer, and man, have I been enjoying it. And holy
Oh man.
crap, are we rusty? I haven't recorded anything in ages.
Oh, I know. Well, I recorded a
Well,
couple of things in between, but it's like been literally in my closet.
oh god.
Yeah. It's the quietest place in the in the house. There's not a lot of echo. It's nice little place, and if you're just gonna record for 5 minutes, then that works.
Right. Speaking of recording, if the audio quality and this is a little bit messed up, that's entirely my fault. I have a really crappy recording system called OBS, and I say entirely crappy, and everyone uses it. But
All right.
the
So here's the
microphones
thing.
aren't the
So
best.
if the audio quality is bad, blame him. If the video quality is bad, then you just blame me. But the video quality is gonna be amazing, like always. So all
So
the
just
blame
go
is
ahead
on
and
him.
blame me already.
Okay. So we haven't talked about something that has been out for over a month, and it's been taking over the entire world, and that is Pokemon Go.
Has it been out for a month already?
It's been out for over a month, yeah.
Holy crap.
Yes, and I still don't have my goddamn Gyarados.
You just gotta go and camp out about 101 Magikarps and you're set.
You know what? Actually, this game is it's amazing. I actually have like, what, 100? No, I have like 299 Magikarp candies.
Oh, so you're
I'm almost there, yeah.
yeah, you're pretty
I
close.
think I think like a week or two worth of Pokemon hunting where I live, and I'll be able to get that awesome Gyarados.
Yeah, no, you. Alright, so both of us are suburban players, which really sucks for us. But you live next to a canal or like a river or something, right? Like a waterway that's
Yes.
like literally right up to your front door. So you still get like Dratini and Magikarp spawns then, right?
I don't get as many Dortinis as I used to before. Because before I used to get quite a number of Dortinis, but now they become a little more rare.
Okay.
And Magikarps, Psyducks, they're all over the place here. Of course, the usual Tatas, PGs.
Yeah, all
Raiders.
I've got Rattatas, Pidgeys, and occasionally I'll find an Eevee.
However, EVs are not as rare as I thought they would be.
Which it makes me
It's
both happy
always
and
when I
sad.
need it's always when I need that one EV to evolve, then it is impossible to find
Yeah,
them.
know the feel. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised that they didn't make Eevees as rare as they are in the main series games. Just because it kind of means, like, Eevee is by far my favorite Pokemon ever, including any legendaries and any Mega Evolution crap. So being able to find one, like, on my first day of playing Pokemon Go was absolutely amazing. And then finding out that I need to get, what's 25 divided by 4? That's the...
That's 7.
7. Finding out I had to
Ish.
catch 7 more to be able to evolve it was kind of yeah. But
Yeah.
hey,
You know,
I'm now a proud owner of both the Vaporeon and a Jolteon. Fuck
I have all
Flareon, though.
three. I have all three.
I hate you a little bit.
And I have 2 EVs that are level 500.
How do you have an Eevee that's level 500?
Well, I found them in the wild.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
in school.
Alright, well,
Um,
I kind
no,
of hate you,
okay.
and I hope you die in a
So,
fire.
so what's fun is that they just opened up the trail near my house where I used to go bike riding. It
Right.
was flooded because of all the rain in the past 2 years.
I guess it
But
rains down and... Alright, sorry.
but because it's finally open,
It's
I
finally
mean,
opened up now, then, so
I've
you
been
can just...
able. So it has like a Pokestop every quarter mile.
Man, you lucky son. Alright, so
So
here's the deal, right?
yesterday I went from having like 20 Pokeballs to having over 100.
Alright, so speaking of Pokeballs really quick, have you noticed that after the latest update, do they run away more often for you?
I don't think it's an update thing. I think it's more of a level up thing. I think the higher level you are, the harder it is to catch Pokemon.
See, here's the thing though. I'm level 9 still. Like, I haven't been doing any power leveling. And it's one of those, I'll just turn it on whenever I happen to go for a walk. But, like, I'm still level 9, and I've had level 10 Pidgeys run away from me after using 2 or 3 balls. So it's like, I don't know.
I had that issue before. It's not before. I mean, I had that issue before the latest update. So I mean,
Okay.
I think it's more of the higher level you are, the more increasingly difficult it is to catch Pokemon, even the easy ones.
Man, if you're considering level 9 a high level, I am gonna be disappointed when I get to, like, 20.
Oh,
Alright,
yes.
So, really quick though, what level are you? Just
I am level 18.
Alright, so you're twice as far as I am right now.
Yeah.
And have you found... I know that there's Great Balls and Ultra Balls and other stuff in the game. How often do you find them now?
About let's say, like, because I'm not level 20 yet, I still haven't gotten Ultra Balls.
Okay.
But I know, like, for every Great Ball I get 2 Pokeballs. About.
So every 1 in 3 balls that you get from a Pokestop is going to be a Great Ball then?
Yeah.
Alright, that's not actually too bad.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. I mean, and I really just used my Great Balls for, like, higher level CP Pokemon or Pokemon that I really don't want them to escape.
Right, that makes sense.
Although that freaking Growthly, I was in school yesterday. I was in the fountain, right? You know, the mist tower.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw in the tracker. Oh, there's a Growthly nearby, and I was like, oh, okay, where is it? I just walk towards the place I usually walk to, and he just spawned in front of me. And I think it was like level 300.
It was 3 something. Hold on, you send me a picture of that. I can double check for you real quick.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I remember seeing that, and then I got very mad because you'd seen a Growlithe, and I haven't even seen one yet.
Or it doesn't show the level.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't.
Never mind. Okay, so I saw it. It was around 200, and I throw like berries like crazy. I throw my Great Balls, and I swear the last time I threw the ball, it was only 1 twitch away from keeping it.
So you got 2 twitches and it ran out, or was it? Okay. Damn, that always sucks. You know what's even worse though? 3 twitches and then escaping. That is by far the worst.
That is the worst. No, but I mean, this game has just been a lot of fun. And I gotta say, when I went to New York City, holy crap, there's lures everywhere. First of all, there's the Pokestop, like every block, and there's a lure in like half of the stops in the city.
So what you're saying is I should really go up to New York, because...
In other words, we gotta move up to New York City.
Yeah, because I found fuck all here.
Yeah, and Central Park is amazing. The Natural History Museum has a Charmander nest.
Right.
So if you want a Charizard, there you go.
I feel kind of that. We're kind of just nerding out about Pokemon Go. We've been waiting so damn long for this game to even come out, that now it's finally here. It's so much fun. I will say it came out in that week that Nick was here. You remember?
Yes, I remember that.
The first day he was here, the fucking power went out. But that was also the day that Pokemon Go got released. So we were literally just out until like 3 in the morning, just tracking down Pokemon, playing game like complete and utter nerds. It was It was some of the most fun that I had. I will say, I'm a little sad that the tracker is currently broken, because being able to pick a certain Pokemon, going until the footsteps went down 1, or then if they went up 1 and turning around, being able to hunt down that one particular Pokemon was so much fun. Where now it's kind of just like wander around and hope you find one. It doesn't have the same appeal to it for me. But being able to specifically track down one Pokemon and then going to go get it, and especially, it was the middle of the night, but we were not the only ones out that were doing that.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. The first day we had Pokemon Go, I mean, we went outside to the park and everything. There were people everywhere on their phones playing. So when I went to New York, everyone I saw like half of the people in Central Park were playing Pokemon.
See, I love what this game did to people. I love the game. I love the community around it. I just wish Niantic would talk to us more.
They started talking.
They started talk. They've put out one. As far as I've seen, they've put out one statement regarding any of the complaints people have had, and this game has been out for a month, and they've said
Yeah.
one thing to us. So, kind of be feeling that. But I mean, like, if this means that they're gonna talk to us more, all right, I'll take it. You know.
Yeah, they're having issues with the servers and all that. Now it
Right.
sucks, the Pokevision thing, them shutting all that down.
Which okay, so
But
how do you feel about? Because I've seen.
see, here's how I feel about it. Um, I think, initially I was like, oh man, that sucks. Well, you're shutting it down. But once I realized, oh well, people like the people that did Pokevision, they're pretty much using the servers from Pokemon from Niantic to get that information and to use it. The problem is that we already have server issues without them.
We
So
had
if you
server
have
issues.
more things, taking off from the servers, and them trying to repair all the server issues that we already have right now, so which is why we still don't have the game worldwide.
Right.
It makes sense to say, hey, please stop, don't do this, let us fix all the issues. And then I think later on, Niantic should really consider having that type of functionality that Pokevision gave us
Right.
into the actual app, natively.
Right. And I mean, I understand the server argument, but even while Pokevision was running, and granted, it's not worldwide yet, but while it was running, at least on the U.S. servers, I don't know about EU. I don't talk to anyone in the EU that plays it right now, but U.S. servers, I knew a lot of people that use Pokevision, and the servers were stable most of the time. Like they weren't crapping themselves every 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, so servers
like-
in the past 2 weeks have been exceptionally well.
Yeah. But also, it's like a lot of what Pokevision did, I feel like could be done client side. I don't understand why that has to be a server side issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the server doesn't. All the server needs to do is get player location and spawns for Pokemon, and all it has to do is every now and then it has to ask the client, "Where are you right now?" And that's what it does right now for eggs. Is it asks, "Where are you?" and then it compares where you were last time to where you are now, and that's how far you've gone. Assuming that the speedometer hasn't gone over what, like 10 miles, I think.
12.5, I think.
Okay. So that's how it counts eggs. So all it needs to do is ask, "Hey, where are you?" every now and then. If it gets
Every
a
minute.
response every minute, and when it gets a response, it has to send back, "Okay, here are all the Pokemon that are around you in a, I don't know, 2-3 kilometer radius."
Yep.
Now, and then after that, all the phone has to do after that client side, all it has to do is just go, "Okay, well, this is where all these Pokemon were, 2 minutes ago, and they had 3 minutes left on their, or okay, minute wise, 30 seconds ago I got the server, told me that, alright, this Pokemon's here, it's gonna despawn in 10 minutes. All I gotta do is update the location." So I don't understand why everything has to be server side. I feel like some of it could be client side, and that would also cut down on data usage. So that the users aren't constantly using data to try
Our
and
data
get.
usage, the data usage on this game is fantastic. It's super low. What
How
in
low is
the I
it?
think let me check in the month that I've used this game, and I've used it quite a lot,
Right.
especially while I was in the city. I think let me check in my network. Where's Pokemon Go? Since release,
Okay.
I've used only 272 megabytes
Oh wow.
of data.
Okay. So it's
So
not really that
this
bad
game is
then.
not gonna suck up your data.
Okay. Yeah.
I've used Google Maps less, and it sucked up like 3 times as much.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like the server excuse is kind of weird to me because the game. Oh, of course, I don't know how they're actually running everything. It might make perfect sense to use everything server side instead of doing anything client side. But it feels like to me, if they were to do something client side, it would take this load off the servers, and it would give us that functionality back, which they're taking away because it was causing issues like tracking or then the external stuff. And what really annoys me is like part of the excuse that they used to take down Pokevision was that it's cheating. It's giving players an unfair advantage over people that don't do it.
Yeah.
Yet they don't do anything about GPS spoofers and people that will hack their location. Like that to me is kind of weird. Like
They kind of act upon it by saying, "Oh well, you are banned from using the game for like 4 hours, I think."
So it's a soft ban then. It's like basically,
Yeah.
hey, stop playing our game, go do something else for 4 hours, come back. And don't get caught again, or you'll get another 4 hours, or maybe it'll be 5 hours. We don't know yet. And it's
Yeah,
basically
they only do 4 hours. I mean, they haven't gone past that.
they're wagging their finger at the actual cheaters, but then they're letting them come back later. So it's like I don't know. It's just kind of dumb.
Yeah, I mean, Niantic got some issues. However, I mean, the game's still good. So
I mean, the game's great, and people from Ingress have been telling us for ages, hey, Niantic doesn't listen, Niantic has problems, blah, 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 Niantic, and we just didn't listen to them. So,
well,
hey, Ingress
because
players...
we didn't give a crap because we had a Pokemon game.
That's true, but hey, English players, you were right, we're sorry.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
That was good.
I still love the game, and I really hope that it gets back... If I can get back the game that I played in the first week of it being out, minus the server issues, that'll be great.
That'll be perfect.
That game was just so much fun. Right now, it's a bit weird.
Although I feel like they could update the tracking system to being, to redesign it completely and to have something that just works better. Like, have you seen those concepts where like you just have a circle with the Pokemon around it,
have more of a
and
radar.
you just work? Yeah, you kind of just work towards it. It's like just like a radar.
Yeah, it's more. I've seen those.
So it's just a lot easier to find the Pokemon that you want to catch.
Certainly.
But I mean, of course, you probably have to do like a smaller radius where like the app is like tracking Pokemon.
Right.
But I mean, I think I would sacrifice a little of that distance over being able to catch what I see.
Right. And I mean, I was okay with the 3-step tracker because that one still had like there was suspense in it. There was fun in the hunt of getting that one particular Pokemon because you'd go in a random direction. Oh, it went from 2 steps to 3. Turn around, and go the other direction. Or hey, it went from 3 steps to 2. We're getting closer. Continue on. Like that was a lot of fun. I like the idea of a compass for more quickly finding them. But I feel like that would take away a little bit from the suspense and like just the fun of hunting them down, I keep using the word hunting and hunt. I don't mean that in like, the gruesome, bloody, kill them way. I just mean like literally just...
I mean, you really realize all we do with this game is, oh my gosh, there's a cute little Eevee. Let me kill you off so that I can feed your candies to your brother that's actually stronger than you.
Give me your candy. I mean...
You're a psychotic murderer.
Yeah, basically.
In this game.
All those Pidgeys. Dear God. There's someone made like a Rick and Morty crossover with Pokemon Go comic. Gosh. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
It's basically Rick is Professor Willow, whatever his name is, and Morty is one of the players, and it's just like, what do you think I do with them, Morty? Do you think I actually hang on to every single Pidgey that you and your friends send me? No. Where do you think these candies come from? I have to get the candies from somewhere. I just grind on the Pidgey, then you never have to worry about them again. So shut up, play your game. It's great. I'll have to find it sometime. We can probably put it in the description.
Please send it to me.
We can put that in the description. I am not doing it justice. I'm trying to remember it the best I can. We'll put it in the description or something so you can check it out yourself. Credits to whoever made it.
Oh gosh.
But no, yeah, I love this game. I wish if they're going to keep doing like gameplay updates, the first one I want to see is trading, obviously, so you can kind of fill out more. And especially like if you go to like a convention or if you're traveling or something, and you just meet up with a bunch of players and you can do trading to fill out everyone's Pokedex, that'd be great. But then the second one I want to see after that is definitely a battling update. I want to see the.
The game has. The battles having already been balanced a little bit. So like you don't have Vaporeon is no longer the OP killing machine that it used to be.
I mean, yeah, no, I get that, but I mean like a actual like mechanics change to the
Yeah,
battles.
yeah, of course, of course. I
Like,
know what you mean.
actually you have four moves. You can pick which one you want to use. Maybe don't have an eternity on like when you can actually use them. Maybe it's something like if they do something like I think it was Final Fantasy VII, where like you have an
hmm
action bar, and after that bar fills up, you can do an action, and then like
Yeah,
depending on your speed stat, that action bar will fill up faster or slower, and then like you can pick your moves based on that. Something like that would be really cool because then it's like you
yeah,
don't have to sit down and like lock down a gym in battle mode for 4 hours. You'd still lose if you don't do anything. I don't know.
yeah.
It'll be. I'm not completely sold on the tap tap swipe tap 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 swipe win game mode. Like that's not engaging to me. It's not fun.
Especially because I hate it, and this happened to me yesterday. I was fighting over a gym, and I took it over. Right, like I beat it. I took it over, and while I was healing my Pokemon, it got taken over again by the same people. And then I fought it again. I won. But right before I claimed it, the same team that I had just beat claimed it again. So I had to fight them a third time so I can actually keep it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So like there need to be a way for you to like if
there
you
needs to be
just
like
if
a
you just beat a gym, keep the gym so that no one else can enter Pokemon but the one that just beat it.
yeah. I've seen discussions about this online too, especially on the subreddit. Which, by the way, uh, the subreddit was great up until they took away tracking and shut down Pokevision. After that, it's just a massive salt mine. But
Yep.
I've seen people talking about this, like where you should give, we're Mystic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's say we
If you're
beat.
not Mystic, by the way, I'm very sorry. You just made the
You
wrong choice.
chose poorly.
Yeah.
But if they have let's say we take over Valor Gym, right? It should say, this gym is the one that I saw, which I like the most is this gym is under construction. Gives a new team a minute to set up, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Dude,
that way,
that's perfect.
it's not even like, oh, you're the only one that can put a Pokemon there for a minute. It's like anyone from your team can come by and put a Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that works perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean those are hopeful wishes. I mean really trading, fixing the gyms and the battles, and I think that would really make this game, great.
Yeah.
And after that they can start adding generations, but I feel like they need to fix these issues first before
Yeah.
they even start introducing any
Honestly,
sort of legendary or new generation.
yeah. Honestly, I think if they introduce legendaries or second gen before they fixed any of the issues that the community is currently going on about, I feel like their player base would drop very quickly because it would just prove that they have an agenda that they want to meet instead of making people happy. And it's gonna be one of those things. I'm expecting Nintendo to step in pretty soon if things keep going the way they are at the moment. If they don't improve quickly, because after a while, it's no longer about Niantic. It's gonna be about how badly are they going to ruin Pokemon's name.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. See, here's the thing, man. Nintendo right now, their focus is on the NX. It's not on Niantic. It's not on the
True.
Pokemon Company. It's on getting that NX controlled, everything ready, because they gotta make that announcement in the next month.
Right.
And it's no longer they could. It's a must. I mean, the thing's coming out in March. You gotta be able to announce something now. Give us a name. Give us specs, launch titles, everything.
Right.
So I think Nintendo has other issues to worry about. Plus, I mean, they already
Um,
lost their fair share of shares from Pokemon Go after they said, "Oh yeah, we have nothing to do with it."
yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, remember, we don't make Pokemon Go. Don't buy our stock. It's all fake. Which is basically how the entire stock market works. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just figured
Uh,
Pokemon or Nintendo's always been very um, protective of their
IP.
IPs, and I don't. I think they're giving Niantic a go right now they're giving Niantic Pass right now because they're so focused on the NX.
No, well, remember that Game Freak is pretty much an entirely different entity. I mean, they are like they're technically a first party developer for Nintendo, but they work separately. Like the Pokemon Company works separately from Nintendo.
Right, right.
I mean, because they
But
released games on iOS years before Nintendo even announced having games on mobile.
I mean, yeah. I'm all I'm saying. Nintendo is very protective of their IPs, and when you think of Pokemon,
You think Nintendo?
most people are going to think Nintendo before they remember. Oh yeah, no, it's Game Freak, or actually, oh yeah, no,
Nobody
it's
even knows
Pokemon
who Game Freak
Company,
is,
and then
really.
it's gonna go. Oh yeah, no wait, it's Game Freak. So like the first impression of Pokemon is always going to be Nintendo. Same way. Well, okay. Um, Crap, I can't think of anything else. Okay, same way like Crash Bandicoot, I think Sony and PlayStation, but that's actually a Naughty Dog game. Or Nathan
Yeah, yeah.
Drake. You know, you think
Or
of
Final Fantasy back in the day.
exactly. It's like you're going to think of the big distributor and the big company before you go. Oh no, wait, this is a first party developer that actually work on its own. So it's like I feel like Nintendo would step in soon. I don't know. They're, like you said, they're focusing on the NX, so they might be giving Niantic a pass right now, but we'll see.
Yeah. So I mean, do you want to talk next? Or you just want to go ahead and talk 3DS?
We're at like 27 minutes, so if you want to talk some 3DS real quick.
Okay, let's get to the 3DS. Because first off, I gotta admit, I was a bit skeptical of Sun and Moon a little bit before, especially with the trailers before this one. So I was like, yeah, it looks good, but it just looks like another Pokemon game. I mean, that was my problem with Alpha Sapphire, really, because is that yeah, it's fun, yeah, the Pokemon are cool and the Mega Evolutions are awesome, but there's nothing there that's gripping me anymore. Which is something that I with Pokemon Go a very, very, very just kudos, because they make me care about every Pokemon I catch.
No,
Even
they
the
don't. Candies. I don't see Pidgeys anymore. I just see more candies.
yes,
I have a level 70 or 750 Pidgeot, and at this point, give me more candies. I need to level
no.
up this son of a
I'll
bitch.
ask you this: would you ever even like consider catching more than one Rattata
No,
ever?
no.
I mean, Pokemon Go has made me care about this point, so kudos to that. But I mean, going back to the 3DS games, I mean, like I've kind of started kind of to fall off the Pokemon hype, and then I saw this trailer and said, "Holy shit!" They just revitalized like everything about Pokemon ever. First off, you saw the last trailer, right?
Yeah, I just watched
Right.
it.
So you saw that we can now have Alola forms.
Which I don't know how I feel about that. Like
I love getting ya.
I like the idea of, oh hey, look, Pokemon that you know and love are different here, but at the same time they're Pokemon that we know and love. Like they could coexist with the new ones, but they've straight up gone and replaced some of them. So I don't
Well,
know.
but I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, if you're in Europe and you are in South America, a pig might look different from. I mean, maybe not, but I mean, a bird looks different from in both continents.
I mean, yeah, I know what you mean, but like a Vulpix going from fire to ice type, that is like, first of all, Vulpix is one of my favorite Gen 1 fire types. So
It's
having it turn straight into a ice type is kind of weird. Just cause
Ice Fairy.
well, Ninetales is Ice Fairy. Vulpix is still just ice.
That's true.
I don't know. It feels weird for them to change the very fundamental of a Pokemon. Its typing and the way it looks. Just for the sake of saying, hey, look, it's different. It's a new region. They do different things here. I don't know. It feels weird.
I don't know. I love this. I mean, because it brings totally new life to Pokemon that we've seen before. I mean, there was a leak, um, and this before talking about some of these changes to Sun and Moon, which we're going to talk about later,
Right.
which were pretty much confirmed with this trailer. and they revealed more leaks for that, saying that we might have a water type Arcanine, a dark type Raticate, a um, a fire type Marowak.
I'm gonna be honest. You're losing me. You're losing me on the hype for Sun and Moon.
I don't know, man. I just really love the idea of, like, we've known this Pokemon for so many years, and what best way to spice it up than truly just sharing these Pokemon's types and abilities and everything to just make them completely different. I mean, you can still have your fire type Ninetales, but I mean, personally,
But you
if
have to
you,
bring it over from an older generation.
yeah, I mean, at this point, you probably have like five Ninetales from like 10 different games.
Here's the thing, right? I never transfer forward my Pokemon. I'll trade inside of a generation, but I'm not gonna move up a generation with the same Pokemon. I always start fresh. I do the Ash deal every time he starts a new season in the anime. So it's like, yeah, I have, a Ninetales on each one of my games, but at the same time, it's like they're all special to that one character. I'm not gonna move forward with them. So which is why it's kind of like, hey, you know how much you love your brother? Isn't he great? You've known him for 20 years now. Here's a new one. He's named after your brother, but he's completely different.
I don't know. You're the only person that doesn't like this idea.
I don't. I don't like them changing. And also the way you tried to explain this to me, I'm gonna be honest. It was a good sales pitch up until you got to the point where, what better way to breathe new life into the Pokemon you love? Keep them the same, because after that they're not the Pokemon I love anymore. They're completely different. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a grudging old man that's stuck in his old ways, but I don't like. I would have loved it if they'd brought hey, look, it's Vulpix's cousin, Ice type Vulpix. That would have been cool. But hey, look, Vulpix is Ice type now. Meh.
I mean, but I mean, remember, what was it? In Gen 4, there was a Pokemon that was different depending if you caught it east or west of the Sinnoh region.
Yeah, but that's. Wait,
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, but that's still fine because both versions exist in the same game. You can still go over to if you get the one on the west coast, you can still go over to the east coast and get the other one. Now it's just like straight up like, oh yeah, no, we've completely replaced the one that you had before. They've done the location based one before, and they even do day night ones. Like Cherubi.
Hmm.
It's like during the day, it's just it's two cherries, but during the night it's like a little bulb inside of two leaves. Like they've done that before, but you can still catch both of them. Know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
it's the same Pokemon in different forms, but now it's like they've introduced a new form by replacing the old one with it. So it's like now there is just one form and it's the new one. Like they don't give you an in-game option of, oh yeah, catch the fire type of Vulpix. It's like, yeah, there's a Vulpix, it's Ice type. Catch it if you want it. That's your Vulpix. Or if they freaking change Marowak to a fire type, I'm not gonna get.
I
the
would
game.
love that. I mean,
No.
I'm not the biggest fan of Marowak, but
No.
if he's a fire type, I would totally use
No.
that.
No.
And having an
No.
Ice Fairy Ninetales just gives me a reason.
Okay, well
Give me the perfect fairy type for my team.
that's the new Ninetales. I will say the Ice Fairy, perfect for just fucking over Dragon types.
Yep. He's a dragon killer.
It is a Dragonborn, Dovahking. But I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm just stuck in my old ways. Maybe I'll somehow learn to love it whenever I get my hands in the game.
I know, and you
For
know how
now,
Pokemon
I'm not
works.
hyped about it.
You know how Pokemon works with, like, in each generation. Every generation there's a way to catch all the Pokemon from the National Pokédex.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe with Sun and Moon you won't be able to have of Sun and Moon alone. You won't be able to have that original Vulpix, but maybe with the next game after Sun and Moon, it's still in the 7th generation. You could get those original Pokemon in their original forms
What would the new one be?
in
Sun,
the
Moon,
generation.
Mercury, Mars,
Mars,
Venus,
Eclipse. I don't know.
Jupiter. Ooh, Eclipse. Okay. You just made me hype for a game that doesn't even exist.
I mean,
Pokemon Eclipse.
I was hyped for Pokemon Z for the longest time, and guess when that happened?
Never.
Exactly.
But
So don't get your hopes up. Game Freak
no,
does
no, no, because
shit.
Sun, Moon, and Eclipse is just such a perfect. I don't know. They need to start bringing back more of the trio entries.
Now they're like, nah. But I mean, okay. So let's move on from the Alola forms, which I mean, I think I really love. I'm totally on board with them. I mean, I'm gonna transfer over all of my Pokemon from my yellow version right now into Sun and Moon. So that's gonna be awesome. So
Alright.
aside from that, there was another huge change to this game, and that is there's no more gyms. They're out. They don't exist in Sun and Moon. You won't be getting 8 badges. Sip.
Which I don't really know how I feel about that. But, whatever.
And that's the kind of change that I need to test out before I
Oh,
really.
so that's the change that you don't believe in right off the bat, huh? But you're completely fine with them changing up the very fundamentals of a Pokemon's life. I
Yes.
see how
Yes.
you
But
live.
here's the thing. We've had okay. See, I'm not. I don't know if I'm totally on board with what they're going to do with it, but I am on board in the idea of we've been fighting gyms for over 20 years. Spice it up a little bit, man. Like it. The past few games have been like start of the game, fight 8 gyms, defeat the evil team, get your legendary, defeat the Elite Four, game over. There's some post game sometimes, and that's it.
And
But
it's
now
great.
what they're doing is that because this is an island region, what you're doing is that you start in one island, you beat a challenge, and that challenge doesn't necessarily have to be fighting. It can be like a race or fighting items or something like that. Then you fight a Pokemon that's like supercharged, like Super Saiyan Pokemon. And
Right.
once you beat that, you fight the strongest trainer in that island, and they will grant you access to the next island.
I don't know. I feel like this is starting to sound like a weird little spin-off Pokemon game. And like I'm normally all for the spin-off games. They're usually pretty fun. But the fact that this is a main series game and it's doing all this weird stuff, weird stuff, weird changes. I don't really know how I feel about it 100%, but I guess we'll see once it comes out. I'll make some kind of judgment call on whether or not I even buy it at that point, but whatever.
I don't know. I mean, and it's a change that I need to really test out before truly, judge it.
We need to
But
live. We need to live through these changes first before we can
yes,
make calls. Basically, what you're
but I
saying.
mean, as of right now, I like the idea of them changing things up. I don't know how I feel about how they're changing that up. And I fear that some of the rumors and leaks say that the true goal of this game is really to like create the Elite Four of the region. You create it, and of course, and I'm guessing that after you beat all the islands and you get your legendary, you'll fight the Elite Four, and then maybe that part's still the same, but we'll see.
I don't know. I'm just. I don't know. I was on board for Sun and Moon until they started changing core mechanics. But I don't know. Maybe I'll learn a little bit. Meh.
Well, what do you feel about them getting rid of HMs?
Wait, hold on. What? They're getting rid of HMs?
You saw the trailer, right?
I didn't see anything mention about HMs.
Well, you don't have to. You just think a little bit. Okay, so you saw the Tauros breaking rocks.
Oh, right. Okay,
You
so that
saw
thing,
someone riding a Sharpedo, someone riding a freaking Charizard through the sky,
which I want to do that now. Yeah. Okay.
which,
So right, the yeah, no, I remember what you're talking about now.
yeah,
The riding Pokemon stuff.
yeah, this riding Pokemon, you don't have to catch. They're not in your team. You can summon them at any time you want. In other words, there's no need to have a Pokemon with Surf, a Pokemon with Fly,
A Pokemon
Rock
Rock Smash,
Smash,
Cut, and Strength.
but any of that. It's over. No more HMs.
All right. Yeah,
That is the most welcome change to a Pokemon game ever.
that is pretty sweet. Although they're still gonna make you like earn the right to use those riding Pokemon. I guarantee it.
I'm guessing that yeah, they probably have to go through a few things to get them. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe like earning the trust of that Pokemon.
Or
But
beating one of the trials, and it's like okay, you're pure of heart or some whatever bullshit they usually go with.
yeah, it's like, oh, you beat me at a water race with your Sharpedo, so yeah, you can use the Sharpedo for your surfing needs.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, speculation, no gameplay, no hype, blah blah blah. We'll see how this thing turns out.
Yeah, I mean, again, so some of the changes I'm very on board for. Some of them I'm like, I don't
I'm
know.
overall,
Uh,
I'm cautiously optimistic, which I like to do a lot lately, because I don't want to fall victim to hype and then have that hype be based on lies and have everything end up horribly.
yep.
But I guess I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. We're at like 40 minutes. This is gonna be a
Yeah.
long episode.
All right, and then let's talk about the last thing here in Sun and Moon, and that was the C moves.
Oh yeah, the Z moves, or Z moves if you're from the UK.
Yep.
That I like the idea of. It feels very Dragon Ball Z esque,
Yep.
which very well could be where it comes from. Dragon Ball Z, Z
I
moves.
think the Z comes. I think the Z has more of the meaning with like the whole Zygarde and all that sixth generation stuff that we didn't get a closure for.
Could be.
That's my idea of it. I don't know.
Maybe. But I like the idea of it, and I like that it's limited to you can do one of them per battle. So it's more like it's basically just like it's a super move. It's like you can do it once to deal a lot of damage or do whatever. And I like the way it looks. From what I saw, it was basically each type has one Z move. So all
Yeah.
electric types can do the same electric
Yeah.
Z move, and every water type is so on.
Actually, no. Here's the thing. Here's how it works. Any Pokemon that can learn a move of that type can use that C move. So Snorlax can learn, um, what is it? Surf, for example.
So I can use
So
water.
Snorlax could use the water C move.
Okay.
So as long as your Pokemon has a attack
Of that
of
type.
that type, you can use that C move.
Okay. That's kind of cool, I guess.
So you could have Gyarados do a fire C move.
Alright. But yeah, like I said, it feels like it's gonna be used in the anime as one of those reasons like, oh shit, we're at the end of the episode and we still have, $2,000 left over. What do we do in animation to get rid of it? So it feels like it's one of those things, and then it's like basically just, oh yeah, put that in the game.
And then you just
So
recycle.
I like the way it looks. I like the cinematics of it. It feels kind of like summons in Final Fantasy, where it's like,
Yep.
look at this giant cutscene for your great fatal death attack. So I don't know. They look cool. I like the animation in them. I feel like I'm gonna use them each like once just to see what the animation is, and then never do it again because it's gonna take way too long. And I'll just move on with my life. Or then it's gonna be the Super Elixir dilemma, where I'm gonna hang on to it until the very end of a battle, and then I suddenly crit and the battle's over, and I'm like, oh well, I didn't mean to use it.
Yep. No, that's great. And oh, by the way, one last thing, and this is no longer Sun and Moon related. I mean, we already I kind of finished that. They just
We're at 45
announced.
minutes, by the way. Just
Yeah, I know. They just announced the final um, Pokemon in the Kalos Pokedex to be distributed through an event
oh boy,
this October. That's Volcanion. It's a water
Volcanion,
fire type.
Volcanion.
Yes.
Are they even trying with the names anymore?
I don't know. Hoopa sounds cool.
Oh god,
The Yancy is not that bad. Anyways, I
Volcanion.
mean that's it's a water fire type. It is the one Pokemon that has not been distributed yet by them into the sixth generation games. So that's coming out in October. So if you're interested in getting that, there you go. Go to your local what is it?
There you go.
Game
Those of you
store.
who made it 45 minutes through us rambling and speculating about Pokemon, congrats. Now you know that
And,
there's something coming out in October.
and two, breaking news. Pokemon Go has now come out in Brazil.
About time. Oh, so we can expect more server issues in the next couple days. Fun.
Yeah, expect some average in the next couple of hours.
Oh
I
god.
mean, no, it's not like many people are going to the Olympics this year anyway, so we won't have that many server issues.
Right. Anyway, this went on for quite a long time. We're over 45 minutes. Jeez.
Yeah. Any closing regards on you on with Pokemon Go or Sun and Moon?
Pokemon! I don't know. Nothing.
Nothing. You got nothing.
I got nothing.
I mean, I
Pokemon
just
Go
say,
is fun. Bring back the tracker. That's it. Really.
yeah. I mean, with really Pokemon Go, just fix the issues, give us a way to track Pokemon, and by God, just give me trading at some point because I just want to trade with my cousin. He has all the fire types in his house,
Oh Jesus.
and I got none of them.
Anyway.
And you know, and really, Sun and Moon again, like you said, cautious optimistic. There's some things that look amazing, and there's some things that are like, I'm not sure about that. But
Right.
you know, that's what games are. I mean, what fun it is if you just get the same game over and over again without having some changes every once in a while, right?
I mean, to be fair though, they re-released Pokemon Yellow as is, not even like updated graphics or anything, and millions of people still bought it, including you.
I've never played Pokemon Yellow before.
All I'm saying is the classic still works, so yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that game is hard. No EXP share for like all your Pokemon. Boxes are limited. Your PC is limited too, and like, what is this?
Welcome to the good old days.
It's all in lists, so there's no like icons to like even recognize your Pokemon. All the water type Pokemon are a blob. All flying types are a ugly little bird, and everything else is like a Rhydon looking thing.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to what was my childhood. That's what we lived through. And it was fun as hell.
It is fun as hell,
Yeah.
which is why all these babies are going straight up to 7th gen.
Yep.
Even the Mew that I'm gonna catch tonight.
Did you do the Mew glitch yet?
I'm gonna do that tonight, maybe.
Alright, well.
As long as I get a Mount Moon.
Yeah, just don't fuck it up.
Oh yeah, I'm like saving, and I already glitched out my Gengar, so next up is Mew.
Nice. Anyway, we went on for almost an hour. Sorry about this. We ramble a lot, and also we haven't done one of these in a long time. Hopefully,
Yeah, our next big old talk is gonna be on that Harry Potter book. So finish that up by next week.
Oh yeah, I should probably get to reading through that.
It's short. It's not that long.
It's short, he says. It's like 200 pages, huh?
It's 300 pages, but I mean, it's not like a novel of 300 pages. This is a script, so there's like
Yeah, no, there's a lot of empty space
it's
in
like
between.
half the writing in one page.
Yeah, there's a lot of empty space and pauses and stage cues and whatnot.
Yeah,
It's still a really good book, though.
yeah, I love
Really
this
good
story.
read.
Your part. I'm just gonna tell you, part one ends at a cliffhanger.
Oh, fuck that noise. Well, it's
But
a
I
good
mean-
thing that part 2 is in the same book, then. Anyway,
Yes, I know,
hey,
right?
look forward to that next week sometime.
I feel terrible for people that want to see the play.
Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll hopefully have something more, what do you call it? Constant?
Yeah,
Regular?
we'll start to have more things like this now. We're gonna do something similar to this next week with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child and how that things out. And this weekend, if I can, I make no promises. I will try to make a video on that indie movie called Suicide Squad. I don't know if you heard about it. Some this small
So
company.
it's a small little movie made by these fans of Batman. They felt like making a little fan movie, so they brought all the little minor villains out together. I think the studio that made it was something really small, like
Warner Brothers?
was it
I don't
Warner
know.
Brothers? I think.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. You just brought up a bunch of hot topic aficionados into it. It's true.
Yeah. Anyway, we're still rambling. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll probably see you next time.
Yeah,
Bye.
hopefully. Bye.